Hey everyone, David A. Cox here, the owner and founder of PCClassesOnline.com, where we teach you live classes on how to better use your computer. And today I want to do a little quick video and just talk briefly about what businesses can do, free little tools that they can do to help up their exposure on the internet. And one of the things I can't stand is you get these social media experts, air quotes around those, who claim, oh, you got to have Twitter accounts, you got to have YouTube accounts, you got to do all these things. And I can't stand it because social media is only worth money if at the end of the day it makes money. And all these small businesses that are now having Twitter accounts, it's crazy because most businesses will never monetize Twitter. But I want to give you a couple quick ways that I can show you how to greatly help your business. One of the first things I recommend doing, especially more than anything if you're a restaurant, is getting a Yelp account. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Not only do a lot of people use Yelp, but one of the biggest tools that uses Yelp is Siri. So people who are using their iPhone saying, where can I get a great dinner? Well, if your business is listed on Yelp, if you've got good reviews, if you've done a good job to make sure that it has all of your business's information, it has really attractive photos. Let me give you an example of one that I just worked with. This is one we have here at our location in Provincetown. There we go. And these guys didn't really have a great listing. I'm still waiting for their main photo here. Should be updating soon. Okay, but now they've got like just under a dozen photos. I went in and I took a bunch of high-def images for them. Okay, really attractive photos. This is the kind of stuff that's going to determine whether or not someone actually eats there. Sort of like if you're going through looking at resumes for people to hire and someone doesn't answer a question, you just move on to the next one. Okay, so you can see here that they have all of their business information. Okay, it says if it's good for kids or not, and all their reviews here. You can't do anything about the reviews if you get, the occasional person who isn't happy with your business. The best thing you can do is basically try to bury it by having a lot of really good reviews if you do a good job. So that's the first thing you can do. The next item is to utilize Maps in Google, also known as Google Maps. Sorry, I have a very tough time talking while typing at the same time. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to go to maps.google.com and click on this button right here where it says Put Your Business on Google Maps. And what you can do, I'm going to sign into my account real quick, if you give me 1 second. Pay no attention to the email address. I don't use it anymore. It's just an account that I use for this. So this is my listing for one of our business locations. And we get a lot of traffic through it. Okay, now this is free to do all this stuff. And what it's going to do is it's going to ask you all of these questions. This is what it basically looks like. So it says what's the name of the business, the address, your basic info. Hopefully you have a website. If you don't have a website, I do definitely recommend checking out PCClassesOnline.com because we can teach you how to build and maintain your own site for a really, really low price. You have here your description. Now, when you're writing your description, you want to really think about keywords. What are the words that people are going to be searching for that you want to pop up for? And that's also where category here comes into play. Now, here's a real trick that you can do with Google. Pay attention to this one. You see here it says computer consultant is our #1 category. Well, you can see that I also have other categories here. And actually, if you look here, you'll see that it now reveals that Apple right here, I have made Apple a custom category. So you don't have to go by just the ones that they suggest. You can create your own category. If you know actual words that people are going to be searching, trying to find you, you can use this to your advantage and really hone in on it. And I'm not paying Google for anything to do this. It'll ask you questions like, do you have a location where people come to visit you? Or do you go to people? In our case, we visit people in their homes and businesses. Ask you questions about your operating hours. What kind of payment do you accept? And then you get other things here, like you can add photos and up to 5 videos. Now here's one of the important things to know about this. The way Google ranks, it's a pretty complex algorithm, but ultimately the more rich content that you give them, the better you're going to rank. And it's not necessarily about having the best listing, it's about being better than your competition. Now, one thing you should know is if your competition is paying Google, no matter what you do, they will outrank you unless you pay them more. So this is an important trick to know. If you have one photo, your competitor has one photo, if you just add one or two more, you're going to jump ahead of them. Okay? Obviously, the more reviews you have, that's also going to help. You can put in additional details down here, and the trick with this is really try to pump up those keywords, okay? So that there is a specific word, like in our case, apple, that you want, when you type in apple, if you want to pop up, you got to say it as many times as you possibly can. Now, the way Google works with this is that they are going to send you a postcard, or they can call your business if you do, in fact, have a physical location, just to verify that your business is where you say it is. And once you do that, it's about 24 hours or so, and it's live. And if you just utilize Google Maps and Yelp, you'll have taken a giant step to helping really increase your online appeal to your customers. Again, this is David A. Cox with PCClassesOnline.com. If you haven't checked this out, I hope you will. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.